This video is brought to you by ZestMoney. Visit zestmoney.in and avail instant loans to buy your favorite smartphone. It's an entirely digital process with high approval rates, seamless EMI payments, and even zero pre-closure charges. But the best part of all is the 0% interest on most merchants, and you don't even need a credit card or a credit score either. Both these phones are great camera phones, but they're meant to be used in different ways and by different people. The Nokia 9 is a camera phone that's meant to be used by serious photographers who are willing to experiment, play with the settings, and process raw files to get the full potential. The Pixel 3 XL on the other hand can be used by anyone, pros and the common man alike, and it gives you the best shot possible at all times simply by pointing and shooting. One thing they have in common is that they both offer amazing portrait modes. But which one is the better one? This is Sandeep from RevAtlas, and let's compare the Nokia 9 Pureview to the Pixel 3 XL. The Nokia 9 features an array of 5 12MP 1x2.9" sensors with f1.8 aperture, 1.25 micron pixel size, of which 3 are monochrome and 2 are RGB. All the sensors work together to capture as much light and information as possible, and you get a resulting image with 12MP of resolution. There's also a time-of-flight depth sensor which Nokia claims maps up to 1200 layers of depth information, which is roughly 100 times of what a regular phone can do. The Pixel 3 XL has just a single camera, a 12MP sensor with f1.8 aperture, 1.4 micron pixel size, and 1x2.55" sensor size. While Nokia stacks 5 exposures from each sensor onto one image, and sometimes more per sensor, the Pixel 3 XL captures up to 13 different exposures and stacks them together to create a single image. Nokia makes use of time-of-flight depth sensor for depth information, while Google relies on software magic alone to get the depth and edge detection right with the help of dual pixel sensor. Let's start with these two images. The first thing that will come to your mind is how alike both the images are in terms of color and white balance. They're both very natural and have good color tones. In terms of blur fall off, the Nokia 9 is more gradual and natural looking compared to a Pixel which has a more drastic fall off and blur applied. The blur on the Nokia 9, thanks to a great depth mapping, is able to increase the blur with varying degrees of depth as opposed to the single blur applied to the portion other than what you're focusing on that you get on the Pixel 3 XL. The sharpness on the portion in focus is also much higher in the Nokia 9, and there's much lower noise as well. Due to high levels of depth it needs to map, certain objects or surfaces can throw off the depth sensing on Nokia 9 and hence create some missed out portions such as this light on top. This is why we recommend capturing using depth mapping and then tweaking the blur yourself in post. The more gradual blur levels are also visible in the photos of these tulips, where the Pixel 3 XL fall off is more sudden. The Nokia 9 photos are almost always sharper, and while the Pixel photos are also sharp, there's some over sharpening that's evident when you pixel peep. In scenes with a lot of complications and intricate backgrounds, both the phones again face issues with missed out portions, but at a glance they are both great, and no other phone can even get it this correctly other than these two. There's also a difference in terms of contrast, where Nokia 9 produces a flatter, less saturated looking image, while the Pixel 3 XL produces images with higher contrast and saturation that makes it look more dynamic. Overall, the difference when it comes to shots is primarily in the fact that Nokia 9 shots look more natural while the Pixel 3 shots are more likable. You can tweak the Nokia 9 images to look more like the Pixel 3 XL images that are more saturated and with more contrast, but you cannot get the Nokia 9 effect easily from the Pixel 3 XL. If you want a stronger blur, you can also manually capture the photos with depth map on the Nokia 9 and apply a stronger blur to the images, which will also give it more pixel-like blur levels. You can even apply nice color pop effects to isolate a subject or object. In terms of versatility and overall depth mapping and quality, the Nokia 9 is definitely better, but it comes at a cost. The amount of processing time it requires to apply said blur is way more than the Pixel 3 XL, which itself is one of the slower devices on the market. So if you want an easier portrait effect at a much faster pace, then the Pixel 3 XL is better. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you like this video. See you again in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you visit zestmoney.in and avail instant loans to purchase your dream products, be it a smartphone, electronics, furniture, and more across Flipkart, Amazon, and more than 100 other partners.